Unspotted Reviews, and today I want to discuss the 2020 movie Alive. This is currently streaming on Netflix, and let me show you exactly how much I knew about this movie before clicking play. That's it. I was in the mood for something different, something unique. I kind of wanted to watch an Asian horror film, so there we went. I went on Netflix, just saw what they had available, looked interesting enough, click play. And then it started. Another Korean zombie movie. All right, so this was a little bit deflating for me because honestly, I said I wanted something different, and it kind of feels like we've been getting zombie movies a lot lately, and especially in the wake of, I mean, it's just impossible to get around at this point, but in the wake of Train to Busan, we've just been seeing a lot of zombie movies, especially coming from Asia. It's just kind of the nature of the beast, I guess, is, something is very popular, very profitable, and, deserved all the accolades that it received, in my opinion. It's going to be copied. So as soon as I saw that this was a Korean zombie movie and things started running amok, it was just a little bit deflating. But stuck with it, and I'm glad that I did. Now, this was a screenplay that was written, and the movie was directed by Il Cho, and it principally stars Yoo-in as Oh Jun-woo, who is a young man that is basically left home alone. His parents went out to an unspecified place and left him alone for the day. This is a young man that apparently likes to stream himself playing video games, so on and so forth. He has a very large, I don't know about large. It never really actually establishes that, but you get the sense that he has an online following at the very least. And okay, fine. So it's a normal day for him. His parents left him a note with some cash saying, go pick up some groceries. There's no food in the house, so on and so forth. And then things start going wrong. He gets about 5 minutes into playing his game when things start happening. The people that he's playing with are, like, have you turned on the news? Can you believe what's going on? He looks out the window and it's mayhem. Of course, it's zombified mayhem. So then it becomes kind of a situation where he must adapt and survive in this apartment complex and try to figure out the next steps. So we wind up with a lot of, I guess what you would call short-term survival aspects. Rationing food, gathering water, things like that. Staving off boredom, staving off hopelessness, and generally just trying to make it until help can arrive. And along the way, he runs into another survivor of Kim Yoo-bin, played by Park Shin-hye, who is a person that lives across the complex from him, and they have to kind of figure out how to communicate, figure out how to share resources and so forth with a big parking lot gap between them. So generally, in my experience, with zombie movies, we kind of wind up in several camps, but primarily what we have is the slow-moving zombies in which there is just physical gore abound, and you get your tar man and all sorts of goopy special effects and so on and so forth. Then you kind of reveling in the juvenile humor of the practical effects and just loads of fake blood and silicone molds. And then we also have the movies that are less that and more about the survivors, more about the human aspect. That's where we wind up with more of our character developments and our plot points and so on and so forth. And it's rare that we wind up getting a movie that kind of has both of those in, I would say, equal measure. And of those, I would say that Hash Browns Alive winds up in the latter camp easily. This does have some good practical effects. It also has some good digital effects. This has some good fast rage zombie moments in it that... Okay, so here's the thing. I've been having a little trouble with this. This is a good movie. I'm going to go and throw the scores up right now. But it's also something that... It's not that I wasn't in the mood for it. It just doesn't really deliver a whole lot new. We've been inundated with zombie movies lately. And I would be lying if I said that this one broke any new ground, tread any new water, anything along those lines. This really had some interesting characters. It had some great dialogue. It had some interesting moments in it, but nothing that we haven't seen before. I guess this was a little bit of a slightly different angle on things that we've seen before, but we've still seen them before. And so maybe the really tough thing for me to get around right now is, although I enjoyed the characters, I enjoyed the plot, I enjoyed the writing, I enjoyed the dialogue, I enjoyed the effects, and I enjoyed everything about it, at the end of the day, I really have trouble reconciling the fact that this is not anything more than just another zombie movie. This really didn't have anything new or fresh to say. And although I will say that it is a good movie, I have a little bit of trouble recommending it at this point. Maybe when the zombie thing dies down, maybe this one will stick out in my brain as a hidden gem. Maybe people will come up to me and say, hey, Mike, what about Train to Busan? Did you see that? I can say, yeah, I saw it and I loved it, but have you heard about Hash House Alive? So hopefully we can get to that point. Hopefully we can get there. I just don't feel that way today. And I think that should about do it. I really thank you for joining me here today. I look forward to seeing you on my next review. If you like this, please click like and subscribe. And if you want to support me further, my Patreon and merchandise storefront links are below. Remember, next time you want to watch a horror movie, first make sure that it's good and rotted.